Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 battle for you today, and already it's been a little bit of a cavalry skirmish that took place in this one, but it wasn't too much of a major one, as we already have also a huge artillery strike coming in as well from the Ottomans here. And yes, there is plenty of Ottoman artillery in this battle, as we have 4 Ottoman armies taking on 4 Frenchies in today's excellent battle. This was sent in by a member of my Discord, Mr. Cookie, who sent this one in, so thank you very much for him for sending this one in. And yeah, when you got the Ottomans, you can expect plenty of cavalry and plenty of artillery. I mean, we've got a huge Ottoman artillery battery over here. I think it's 3 separate units. And yeah, look at the size. I mean, there's some decent guns. I don't know if these ones are howitzers. Look at the size of the gun. I presume they are. They look like a howitzer. But then we also have these huge, absolutely huge gun batteries back here. And these are mortars back here. So these are like the Havan Topu. Got one of them here. There's like 240 men in this unit. And yeah, only 3 of them are each needed for the gun. So I don't know what everyone else is doing. Just standing here, just, you know, admiring the view. But I guess also just being replacement crew members. But yeah, a huge gun emplacement there. It's absolutely immense. And I think there's another one all the way over on this side as well here. Yeah, another one here as well. So they're going to really shell the French, it seems, today, are the Ottomans. Plenty of cav as well, and there's also loads of little like mine emplacements as well being set up by the French. And they put out a load of troops earlier with like mining capabilities. These red marks here, I believe, are just like all mine emplacements that the French are probably going to set off at some point coming down those roads. It's an eventuality that they will. Seems like the French are shooting at some skirmishes here of the Ottomans, so much so that we can't even see the French skirmishes, just the shots coming off, well. And the ones that die, it seems. A few of them getting shot by friendly fire, it would also seem that would be the case. And here we go, another cav fight taking place, this time in the forest. There's some Tamari CPI going in. They're going in against some, looks like some Chevaliers of a German faction of some sort. German ally of France. We've got, looks like more Chevaliers as well, shifting around. I imagine the CPI should win this fight. Yeah, they are pretty damn nasty. They're all going on in this forest down here. And this is how this fight's going to start, it seems. So yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 and would like to see some more Napoleonic glorious action, then do remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new around here as we work towards 9k subs. And feel free to leave a comment as well, and, you know, hit that notification bell, all that jam if you want to see more. But yes, there you go, the CPI Cav did win. Took quite a few losses, they did manage to win that fight there. And all of a sudden they've also uncovered a French army over here, and this is all Bavarians coming up here. So this might be like the Austrian campaign or something like that, because they had a lot of Bavarians in their armies. Got yeah, a lot of German troops actually over here. And here we go, looks like we're going to see a little like light cav unit maybe go and take out these skirmishers. They're getting really close to these Tartar troops here, and in they go. I don't think they actually meant to engage these guys. I don't know, maybe they're after guns, but yeah, they're going to try and deal with these light infantry, these skirms. Yeah, they've uncovered a lot of troops actually. So yeah, it does seem as though this is actually like France. Oh, I forgot what it's like, the France and Bavaria. This is I don't know. This might be a corps. I'm not really sure. I can't even remember what faction that is. France and Bavaria combined. I don't know if that's actually an custom army, or whether that's a corps. I don't recognize. I didn't think they had a flag that was for the 2, but maybe there is. But yeah, there you go. The Tartar Cav has routed, and we'll see who makes the next move. Whether it be the French again. They might want to reclaim these forests from the CPI Cav. Who knows? Buildings being captured by the Ottomans. So they're just putting some, looks like some light troops into these buildings over here. The Ottoman infantry, not the greatest. They have some okay infantry. Their infantry relatively decent in melee. But yeah, a lot of their troops are more irregular troops. Most can't form square. So the French might have the advantage there. But these, looks like Bosnian troops. Looks like here. I don't know who, yeah, look, I mean, you see these Bulgar troops as well. Yeah, a lot of these troops cannot form square. Oh, these ones come over here, though. Baghdad. These guys here, the Baghdad troops here can. Alright. Probably, maybe from Baghdad. It's a guess. Some of the Ottoman troops are pretty like elite and actually have uniforms most of them do just like look irregular and have all sorts of different mismatches. We have some Janissaries here though, and they of course can form square. They are the elite bodyguard of the Sultan himself, as they have been for centuries throughout the Ottoman Empire. You see more like Janissaries here, and we've got some more Janissaries in the red uniform here. So yeah, plenty of seems like this army back here, plenty of trained troops that are now being sent to the front line. They might be able to duel with the French. I don't know. Actually, quite a few. Oh, these are Janissaries as well here. They can't form square though. These Yamilcar Janissary. That's a Janissary unit. If it's got that bit at the end, and then we've got Sebanlard Janissary. I don't know how you pronounce that, but there you go. Another Janissary unit. So they have a fair few trained troops over here, it seems. So that's good. And some more units that can form square. They're probably going to need those to deal with the French cav, but they've also brought plenty of their own cavalry to try and counteract the French cav, I'm sure. And yeah, it's already been a little bit heated in this one. We are playing on Heilsberg here, so yeah, it looks like the main fighting is going to happen around Boa and Nicken here, as you have the French already moving up, and it looks like they're being shelled hard. I don't know if they ran over those explosives or not. There is one right there. I mean, these artillery coming in are missing every single time. These like mortars are not doing a great job, I'm not gonna lie. The Bavarians are running up here, desperate to get to the front line. Oh jeez, artillery coming in there, hitting hard. But yes, if you've got any epic NTW3 scenario battles or just like custom battles that you want to send in, that you're like, you know what, Pope should check these out, then feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. You're more than welcome to send them in. I'm always looking for more epic NTW3 replays. And yes, also if you want to just come along and chat about Total War stuff, you're also more than welcome. As you can see, the Bavarians actually, I don't know if they were trying to chase his cavalry. They were like scaring off with the light infantry. I really don't know what they were attempting there. Artillery here though is just shelling the Bavarians as they come across. It's a really nice position the Ottomans have here. Seems like the French aren't even going to just like even attempt to go across this river. They're just going to go past it and then move up towards the Ottomans here, it seems. We are shifting more infantry in this direction. I mean, there's definitely two French armies over here, because we have this like Bavarian French army here. Maybe this is a custom army. I can't even remember. It's like there's, I see so many different variants of France that you just kind of eventually forget what's what. There you go, the Tartar Cav decided he was going to go for charges and changed his mind, and now it seems like there's some routing light infantry there. I don't know if they were routed by the French Cav, they might have been. It just seems as though France is now making a big offensive here, and these mortars still shelling in. I can't believe that they're actually hitting anything. They're probably just doing a lot of morale damage, if anything. And the French can respond. They've got their own howitzers back here that are shelling the cavalry, which is a good idea. Probably the only target you really want to be going for as the French is Ottoman cavalry. Take that out. Here we go. It looks like we're going to see Scipii cavalry maybe going again. They're going to go for the lights. What is behind here? We have dragoons of the French. It looks like they would maybe going to go for it. The French have also changed their minds. Both sides now forming up their infantry. The French are forming up artillery as well, bringing forward some Italian guns here right to the front lines. They are getting ready to go in. I don't know what the French strategy is. They're being super aggressive with a couple of units. Oh, General dead! A general has been sniped all the way back here. Has he run over these stakes? I think he has. He's run over stakes and just not really. And then an artillery piece has been destroyed here as well. Oh my god. This is not great observation here from the French player, and that is going to be huge. An early general death. Luckily this general, I think, a bit more aware of the stakes, went around them. Yeah, that is unlucky, because obviously you're not expecting them there. But you have got to keep an eye out for things like stakes. I mean, they had infantry spawning early on. Way out there. Artillery still hitting in. I thought maybe that had taken out the general for a moment when I saw that they were routing, but no. Seems not. The French did make an assault over here, to seem. They've actually rallied. Looks like some like little infantry units went forward. Strange assault. We also had French Cav go forward as well. Looks like a Chasseur Cheval. They've been just annihilated here. I think they were going for the guns, perhaps. Looks like they have taken some of them out, but not enough. Such a strange start to this fight. And here we go. Frenchies forming up now, and the Ottomans are able to open fire. There we go, the first infantry shots of the battle. And here we go, a cavalry charge going in. And this is, like I was saying, a really strange tactic by the French player here, just sending forward his Bavarian lights just to get massacred. I mean, this was super aggressive with them. I don't know if he was going for this building thinking, oh, I can take this. I really don't know what he was doing with that unit. He's now going to have a charge into his flank as that cavalry continues going in after the skirms. And the Bavarians, I don't know if they can form square. Perhaps not. Looks like they can't. Red morale. Oh my gosh, look at the morale already shattering. Like here, some of these units. In a real bad spot. I think they're going to get a rear charge off here. Yeah, look at this. Wow, wow. This French army, I mean, it's spammed out the Bavarians. And it's not going well. I think they were the ones that lost their general. And yeah, multiple units now routing. As they've just been charged from the front from the Janissaries here. And then you have the Scipii Cav in the background. And yeah, look at the shelling from those mortars coming in. They can't really miss, but they're just managing to, it seems. But yeah, that is like 5 or 6 infantry just like that routed. Holy crap. What do we got over here? These look like actual French infantry. This is like a grenadier unit, perhaps. Or maybe just, actually it might just be Austrian, like the Austrian campaign infantry. I think that's what this faction is, Austrian campaign. It looks like they're just getting absolutely annihilated here. With no general now, they're really, really vulnerable. Is this seriously, this one Scipii Cav going to go just ham right now? It seems like it might. Actually insane. This one cavalry is, yeah, just repelling everything. The Ottomans over here looks like they've repelled some French cav as well. They came forward. They've got a lot of skirmishes in these French armies here, like an incredible amount. I know I'm not a big fan of them. I never really bring them, but this is maybe too many skirmishes. I'm seeing like 4 or 5 units of skirmishes. At that point, you could afford either another line infantry unit or another cavalry unit with that amount of skirmishes. I mean, I'm guessing they're bringing them to counter the Ottomans. They're probably thinking Ottoman, like, range is fairly decent and the skirmishes can kind of harass them. It looks like some of these Bavarians are going to stand their ground. Looks like they finally dealt with the cavalry issue. But now they've got to deal with those Janissaries that are on their way. Come on, Bavaria. Do me proud. Glorious shooting there. Some of the Ottoman infantry, you know, is taking the hits, and that's all you got to do. As France, they've got to wheel them down with their better accuracy. And yeah, look at that. You've got some of the cavalry here being routed as well. Ottomans trying a bit of a charge onto these skirmishes. It seems like charging the skirmishes is not worth it for the cav. It seems like they get routed here. Doesn't seem like there's much in the way of French resistance over here, but I imagine there will be an army that appears very shortly. The Ottomans are being aggressive now and trying to push forward, keep up with their other armies that are equally now in the fight and being pretty aggressive. And here we go, another cavalry charge. Probably looks like a dragoon unit going in. Going to charge after some of these Janissaries that can't form square. And in they go. They are not Janissaries, so these are the Bosnian troops. There's a second line ready though that can form square. And they're just going to gun down their own troops. They will just hopefully shoot out the cavalry. Here comes the some tiny French units here, actually. So they're coming forward now. Yeah, France really threw a lot over here, and it seems like with that loss of their general, already in disarray, really. Got a single artillery piece back here that's treating the Ottomans been, yeah, really aggressive. As they should be. They need to get into their faces, use their melee capabilities, use their cavalry. Scipii cavalry here. Hunting down, maybe looking for generals or artillery. I can see these, well actually I don't know what this one is. Azap Ascaleria. This is like, Azap's like light infantry, I imagine. They're going forward. And here we go, Scipii getting into the back lines. I'm going to deal with another cavalry unit here. Looks like a dragoon unit. Not in their typical green uniforms, they're more like a black and brown uniform. Interesting. And there you go, getting into the back of all these units. I think these might be the re-rallied Bavarians because they're instantly on red. And again, can't form square, it seems, the Bavarians. They're in serious trouble there, is that player. I don't know what he's got to do. He needs to find a squareable unit and then get them into play. Can he turn these... yeah, he is turning these Bavarians around good. He needs to gun down these... there you go. The CPI are finally dead. But he did take 2 Bavarian units with him. He is also repositioning guns here, which is good. They need to start firing, putting some holes into these Janissary infantry, which he did do there. Very, very nice. And here we go. Seems as though France is going to go for an all-out assault on this Ottoman line here. Actually out-meleeing some of the Ottomans. It's very unusual. And yeah, they're making a bit of a breakthrough here with the dragoons and infantry working together. Second line of Ottomans, though, is formed up and is ready to gun down his own troops and also the French. It's a bit like Order 227 in Soviet Russia. Gun down retreating men. No step back, Ottomans. Got the Baghdad infantry. These guys can form squares. They might be a little better. We'll see. We repelled 1 Bavarian unit, but the Bavarians keep on coming. Keep on coming. Looks like they might rout that unit as well. Cavalry is actually the next line of defense, whether they will be sent in. And we have some Janissaries as well going in. Yeah, there you go. The cavalry is going in. And the Janissaries are forming up as well. France has made a bit of a dent there, you know. It's actually made some serious ground on the Ottomans, who've just been washed away. There's there's mortar still firing off. Still inaccurate, I'm pretty sure. They're held on this flank, though, over here. And the French are still coming forward here. These are a bow unit, I've just realized. The Ermini Herculari. How do you say this? This shows, like, the state of the Ottoman army this time period. Still using bows. I'm pretty sure they're actually half decent as well. Oh, but look at this. This French army's in real trouble. They're about to be descended upon by a lot of Ottomans. How has he not seen this and thought, I need to get out of here? There's a lot of, yeah, Ottoman units, including some Janissary units here, flanking on his left flank here. The French, yeah, they need to get out of here. Retreat. I don't know what... There's like a French general over here, like on his own. I imagine there's an army with him, but this army needs to get moving. He needs to be seeing his allies are about to just get, like, outflanked and outplayed here. Yeah, as you can see, they're starting to maybe turn some units, and here we go, some reserves to the French coming up. These are like Allied German units or something. They're all in white uniform. Maybe like Italians or Germans, one or the other. But they're forming up and they're coming in to help block this flank now the Ottomans are doing. That might send them back a little bit. And we have we have Ledoux here. Okay. We have Ledoux is like a if you are new to NTW3 or don't just know this unit, it's basically just grenadiers on a cavalry. It's an old guard unit. They're going in. So yeah, these are just, you thought grenadiers are bad. Wait until they're on top of horses. Oh boy, they're scary. And there you go. Ledoux's gone in, and it's a really nasty unit to try and kill. Perfect for dealing with Ottoman cavalry, that's for sure. And there you go. It's absolutely smashed through the Ottoman lines here. Got a French infantry coming in as well. Some of them did just get routed. Whether that's because they got recharged by their friends, I'm not sure. But yeah, French infantry in here is swamping units. Ledoux's also chipping its way down the line. And yeah, this Ottoman line's also in a little bit of trouble now. Got a Chevalier here, trying to do its bit. Looks like the Ottoman Cav's been sent packing as well. And there you go, yeah. Wow, another massive, massive loss there for the Ottomans. It looked like early on with that French general dead, and that early sort of like sweep of the French on that far flank here, which they're still doing, by the way. Like the French over here getting sent packing. It looked like the Ottomans had this wrapped up, but oh no, the French center, where they still have a general, is doing really well. It also helps that they've got super, super good units like Ledoux being thrown in, trying to help the fight. Yeah, the Ottoman cavalry is actually running in the face of Ledoux here. Wow. And there you go. That Ottoman army has basically just been annihilated. Even if they had Janissaries, they're not that good. Not good enough to stop the French might. This looks like a decent unit as well for the French. Looks like a good-looking Chasseur Cheval or something like that. Don't recognize it, but it does look like a fairly good unit. And that's helped rout another infantry unit there, or a couple of infantry units. And this Ottoman army might want to think about retreating back towards its mortars. It might have overextended. The French over here that I just said had been missing have now come forward. They're appearing. Looks like, I don't know, maybe they're Spanish campaign or something. I really don't know what this faction is actually, but they've got a lot of, looks like, provisional infantry here, which is not good. But yeah, they look like they might be Spanish campaign. So yeah, they're okay. They're pretty decent. But here you go. Look at this. The French are in the center here. We'll just get it up. The French are pushing aside the Ottomans. The red is the Ottomans, and there's just no. Sorry, the red is the French. The blue is the Ottomans. The red, like, units there, you can see, just have nothing in front of them. Nothing. Ottomans occupying another building. On this flank here, though, you have to hold the line. French, I mean, small things like this, the French just need to be aware of. This cannon here has probably been shooting back at their own men for ages. It does not help morale. Need to swivel those guns a little bit, or just move this unit out of the way. But little things like that can make or break games sometimes. And here we go. Looks like we're gonna have a foray forward from the Tartar cavalry here, and it's gonna go after these Italian guns. Oh, I don't think they're gonna get him. There you go. Lucky shot right of death there by the Italian guns. Routed that Tartar cab. What have we got here making some resistance? Oh, I think this is the general, Call Yusuf Passer. I think this is the general here. He's actually scaring off some French infantry in front of him, which is good. He's trying to, I guess, secure his center again, which he might do. What have we got here? This is some of those Chevaliers. Ledoux has disappeared back off over there, so they are resting up, I guess. Really, they need French infantry over here to help push forward this advantage they've taken. All they just need to play defensive again. But the French don't really have the actual manpower to hold this side. We've got simply 2 line infantry units, and that's it. That's not going to be enough to hold that side of the river. They're going to have to retreat across. I'm really annoyed that I don't recognize this army. I feel like it must be. It can't be a war army. They don't usually work, war and customs. It must be a custom. I can't remember the life of me what this one is. I don't think there's a Bavaria campaign faction. I'm just very confused. Yeah, we've got some Chevaliers setting up here. Not Chevaliers. They are in the uniforms of Chevaliers, but they are just like Bavarian artillery. And it looks like we have a bit of a counter-offensive going against those 2 units of infantry that foolishly stayed this side of the river. Why? We've got more Scipii cav coming forward, and they are going to go after all these skirms. Finally deal with these skirmishes once and for all. Morale is low for them, at least for this one. They're going to sweep aside those. Here comes, looks like the Chevaliers. I thought maybe it was Ledoux, but it's not. In go the Chevaliers, going to try and hack and slash the Scipii cav to death. And they routed the Chevaliers of the Ottoman cav. Very nicely done. Can the Scipii cav now continue onto this huge artillery gun emplacement over here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery pieces here. It's a big artillery. Oh, that was finally a good hit, actually. Finally, those Italian dragoons there being annihilated by that mortar. Didn't really kill lots of them, but morale, it did quite a bit. But they did just about rally just in time to save the artillery crews here. Wow. But yeah, they actually got a direct hit. It's the first time I've seen it happen in this game anyway. They must have got a few more. I've just missed them. Yeah, they must be getting direct hits over here. My gosh. I can't miss the blobs over here. French, though, certainly seem like they're running out of hitting power, but so do the Ottomans in a few areas. It really is battle of attrition here. This seems like this might be the next point that the French are going to make a hit, because this army's not really seen any action. But dragoons coming in, going after the infantry here. Yeah, they got a few good volleys off to the Ottomans just before the cavalry charged them. That might just be enough to save them. But infantry is going to rout, but it also looks like this tiny little task of cav coming in might just save the day. Very nicely done. The Ottomans still look pretty strong on this left flank over here. This army over here really did do the number over the French and Bavarian troops here. So yeah, this force here might be in a pretty good position. But the thing is, now that their artillery emplacements are way out of position, they've had to like turn all their guns. I don't even know what they're firing at now. Got units all the way back here as well. There's Ottoman. These are just little Ottoman infantry skirmish units. Yeah, they are. It's all the way back here. I don't think there's anything to find, guys. The Ottomans have so many units just behind enemy lines. We've got Scipi Cav here, Balkan Delhi. Yeah, they've got like Cav ready to go into the back lines. The French are in real trouble, actually, and they don't realize it. These units are hidden. Another general dead, and that was again another direct hit. Is it this one? Must be this one here, I think. Took a direct hit from the mortar. Yeah, I think literally the only guy that died was in fact the general. That is again really unfortunate there for the French, really, because they were doing quite well. Now they've just. I don't know if these generals snipe, if he's actually general sniping, because there's certainly one general that's died to artillery, and one died to stakes, which is just unfortunate. But yeah, maybe it's not enough. To be fair, I don't know if you can general snipe with those mortars. They are like very inaccurate. We've got lots of Italians over here actually in this army. Yeah, this is definitely giving me sort of like Spanish campaign vibes. This army here. But yep, the French are making a push across this river here again. And they are, in fact, routing more and more troops as Bulgarian infantry now being routed. So, yeah, the center is certainly going well for the French, but it seems like much... Well, there will be an army over here for the French. It's just disappeared. But, it seems like the French are giving up on that right flank, or their right flank, the Ottoman left. The center is where they're going to make or break this battle. Another... Oh, general's dead for the Ottomans. Also looks like he just got killed by a random cannibal. This is a battle of deaths for, like, generals when it comes to cannibals. Yeah, literally, again, one, like, seemed like there's one dead horseman down here. And well, there's a couple, actually. But it's the general. Maybe the French, I think, like, the French weren't general sniping either. They were shooting this building. Or at least they seemed like they were. And then they just hit the general behind. I don't know. Maybe they might be hitting him now. Maybe they thought it was their only way to win. I also don't know, to be fair, you might not be able to tell this is a general unit. It's a big cav unit. It's hard to tell that's actually a general unit. It's the problem with the Ottoman and Mamluk generals. They do kind of look similar to just normal cav units. French trying to storm this building by the looks of it. They have failed. Seems like the Ottomans are going to hold here for a little while. They've got light skirmishes in them, though. So they could actually get a good unit into melee, into the fight. They've got a good chance of winning that. That house, there's plenty of Ottoman infantry just waiting around sides. Also to countercharge any unit that goes into melee there. I think Ledoux's made an appearance. Maybe he's going to just try and scare off all those infantry. He might just about do it as well. He is an absolute legend. This unit here is so good. So good. There you go, another salvo from this like nutty mortar. It really is. I think they're trying to hit the artillery pieces over here. Yeah, that is definitely their target they're going for. Maybe also Ledoux. I don't know. Like I said, maybe just aim for an area with this artillery. It really does seem like it. It seems like when it fires down like this, like you see like the trail of smoke. It honestly looks like it should be like white phosphorus or something like that they're firing. Maybe they are. Maybe the Ottomans are causing war crimes. I mean, having that mortar is a war crime in itself, really. It's like a little dragoon unit here of like some German factions got routed. They did just charge a squareable unit, unfortunately. So yeah, that was not going to end well. Ledoux is coming forward. He's now moving forward with this French army. If they could deal with this Ottoman force over here, which is potential, they could do. Then just they could then swing in on the center, what remains of it. Here goes Ledoux. Here he goes. Hacking and slashing. And morale instantly just crumbles. That unit, oh boy, his Bosnian infantry had no chance. They'll move down the line and get more. Did he actually go into melee here, or is he trying to... Oh no, this Baghdad unit should just form square. That was their first mistake, and it will be their last. They're going to get cut down here, I imagine, by Ledoux. Or maybe not, they might have to deal with cavalry, and that's a general unit here. It's Zayedin Pasha. Yeah, it's a general. He's in danger. It looks like he might get out of there alive. The Ledoux is a heavy cav. He is slow and cumbersome. And he's actually losing some morale as well. Getting shot at. And he's going to retreat. It seems like the Ledoux's time in the front lines is over. It's now going to be up to the French units here to form square and repel these Ottoman cav. Infantry here. Yeah, God, watch the side. It seems like a lot of allied infantry here for the French. Funnily enough, has actually been minimal French infantry in this fight. And again, a lot of French infantry just being repulsed. Mainly from melee fights. They just like got a volley just in the face just before going into melee, and that's enough to break them. This seems like they're doing quite well. And the general coming forward again here, Zayedin Pasha. He's actually going to the fight, trying to get some charges off. Got some infantry going in here. Ottoman cav killing a general's bodyguard. I don't know if it actually had the general left in it. I think that might have been the one that got sniped, well not sniped, but killed off by the mortar. Whether he was sniped, whether he wasn't, I don't know. Here we go, we got is that general as well? Zayedin Pasha? I feel like this might be. This might be the general being shot and killed earlier though, and he's just going to go running into these guns here. They're going to deal with them easily enough. The most epic of charges to deal with this gun emplacement, I'd just like to say. It got a little better as they went on, but yeah, very epic. And this cavalry, yeah, is easily going to mop up those artillery. More cavalry back here. Balkandeli, I think this is the cav that's just appeared from the back lines. Still got some back here, although they've got just light infantry. And that's the French light infantry. They're getting mopped up as well. And you can see the Ottomans here. Yeah, actually, I feel like the French did not have a lot left here. They actually shifted a lot of it center, it seems. So the Ottomans are swinging on in here, and they're going to squash what remains of the French. French, as you can see with the red markers, kind of getting surrounded in some areas. They have broken through the center, though. Sort of. They also kind of just ignored the center, which is still held by this Ottoman force around the house. We've got Mehmed Pasha here. He's still alive and well. Looks like he's going to try and get these Bavarian infantry. Whether they can... Yep, seems like these guys can form square. They're going to fire volleys off into the face of that general. Doing what damage they can. You can see the Ottomans desperately trying to reinforce that position, trying to support their general. And the Ottomans doing a pretty good job. They've scared off most of the French infantry now. It's just Ledoux really holding over on this flank. It seems like the French here are crumbling. As we have, who's this? La Aziz Ahmed Pasha? It's another general, I think. Or general unit. He's going in, he's trying to deal with the remaining French units over here. But yeah, I don't know what armies the French are using, but they didn't seem to bring a lot of infantry at all. It didn't really seem to bring a lot of much. To be honest, it seemed like... Certainly when you're facing the Ottomans, you're going to need mass. And there you go, general being killed. And that actually, yeah, this is our general here. There you go, Aziz Ahmed Pasha is dead. Foolishly stood and watched as the French lined up and just gunned him down. Yeah, the Ottomans now are causing an encirclement, really. A very loose encirclement on the French. They can still sort of get out over here. Artillery still shelling the Bavarians as well. We have these Janissaries here, giving a bit of ground. Prepare to fire, men! Oh, it's a big unit as well, 198. And then we've got some slight lights over here, just preparing to take on these Bavarian infantry. With no morale, most of these French armies. They're in real risk of, like, chain routing. The Ottomans probably send most infantry up against these French units and be just fine. French still have a decent force here in the sense, that's the thing. They still cause some problems, and it looks like we're about to see another charge here from Ledoux. He's coming across and he's going to go in for a charge onto the side of these Janissary units here. Cannot form square. And there you go, they're going to just start wrapping up the infantry here, or at least try to. It seems like they're pulling through a little bit because they're going after multiple units right now. I mean, I know they think that Ledoux can take on multiple units, but at least try and route one first. There you go, one's gone. That might start to cause a chain route. They also need to hold fire with their infantry, make sure they're not firing on Ledoux. There you go, and they're going to get out of there now. We have a general arriving. Hopefully these French infantry or Bavarian infantry can form square. I haven't really got anything to storm this building. Oh, as I said, they're just going to send in their light infantry. It's not a bad idea. These are only like skirmish units in there, I think. So you might be able to win that fight. Yeah, losing slightly of the Ottomans. Might also help that they see some of their own troops retreating. Yeah, it seems like the French have almost broken their encirclement. They've nearly, like, over here on this side, there's like nothing really to stop them. There's not a lot to threaten them. There you go, the French taking that building from the Ottomans. So they kind of dominate the center now. And now their sort of cordon that they're around is this building and just everything here. They are forming sort of a loose formation around that area. And the Ottomans are slowly tightening that circle. The Bavarians ain't standing around. They're getting out. They'd be very much outgunned fighting this army here. Still in a pretty good nick, that's for sure. We've got plenty of Janissaries still alive. We've got the Beylik Janissaries, the Bostandler Janissaries. They've got loads of different Janissaries. Didn't realize there's so many different types. Yeah, there's actually a lot of different. Well, not all these are Beylik Bombardieri. They might be a Grenadier unit, in fact. One Baglari or something like that. Yeah, I think it might be. Might be like a Grenadier sort of unit. They got, yeah, a decent amount of, like, I don't know, elite units in there to hold the line. It just seems as though the French are going to hold this ground around the around this building for as long as possible. There you go. Ottomans going to keep on dueling away. I don't know if they even took out any of those huge mortars. Nope, they haven't taken out either because the other one's way over there and that's still in operation, that's for sure. I think that's what the French maybe were trying to go for. I really don't know what they were trying to, they know what they were going for. Yeah, these guys are hidden. They don't actually really know where the artillery is. The Doux's still alive here. He's now the subject to the shelling, really. He's the one that's getting hit hardest. And fair enough, it's probably the most scary part of the French army left. There is that French army over here, though, that's sort of still alive, but not a lot of it left. Most of it's over here routing, as you can see. And here we go. We're going to get a charge from the Ottoman cav going into the backs of some of these Bavarians here. It's that general's unit that's... well, we've got no general anymore. As you can see, it seems like the Bavarians are not able to deal with them again. This is like another German unit here. I don't know whose though. They've been dealt with pretty easily by the looks of it. I mean, well, I say that. I'm gonna send it. Being dealt with outside the house by the cavalry there, but we're gonna see infantry going now. Whether they have the morale, we'll see. And there you go. Look at that mass rout by the French. I think it was mainly from just rifle fire. I mean, they also did rout because it's melee from the Bosnian infantry there. Looks like their general broke though. Ahmed Pasha. Ahmed, or however you say it. Another general dead? Or is this the oh, I think this is the French general here. Who's just safe back here trying to rally troops. House captured, so there you go. The Ottomans are back in control of this building here. Yeah, I think this is the French general that was like for this army here, and he's now dead. I'm not blaming it on this player, but how it could have been such a different battle if that general early on did not get killed by stakes. And you got the bow infantry here, they're just getting out their massive machetes. Taking on these Bavarians. They're going to lose though still. Oh, actually, yeah, the bowmen are going to lose. Ahmed Pasha here, he's going forward. Can he rout these Bavarians? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. He's going to go in. No, they're forming square. Yeah. Do not try that, guys. Not worth it. There are some of those skirmishes that have been routed. There's so many skirmishes. It's insane the amount that the French did bring. And one of the final units of French cav, I think it is Ledoux himself. Yeah, he's going in. Trying to get this general, I think, here. Just so he just kind of charged through, did kind of just charge through that Janus unit there. There's been a fair bit of, pull through, because they'll just basically pull through this unit here as well. Just to get to this gun crew. I don't even think they'll rout them. There's 230 men in this unit. I mean, I'm not saying they won't break easily and quickly. But morale for Ledoux also is kind of a problem. Though he has just rallied a little. But yeah, a fair bit of pull throwing, I think, from both sides a little bit just to get to their intended targets. And you can see that the Ottomans are trying to just pull this unit out of combat. Like, yeah, just stop engaging the French here. And Ledoux seems like he might just about do it. Morale for this unit is not looking great. Whether that's from it pulling out, I don't know. There's another unit over here. Yeah, I don't know. No, that's the Janistries. I was like, what? Is that 2 units that they have? And I never realized. No, it's just 1. So there you go. The mortar's gone. The dude, I guess, even though it was a bit dubious how it did it, has done its job. And now if you want to, can come and mop up the rest of this artillery over here that the Ottomans have set up. If they're allowed. If they might be stopped here by the general who might charge in. But there you go. The French have taken this building as well. They've actually made a pretty decent charge there. The Ottomans doing some sandwiching on this side. Sandwiching some Frenchies. Sandwiching them into a baguette. Sending in some of their Bavarians to defend the building, not a bad idea. Especially if they're small enough unit, they can get the full unit in there. The French have also descended, like those Italian and other allied troops descended on the Ottomans on this side. I'm surprised to see that it was melee that they decided to go into, but there you go, routed just like that. And I think that might be game for that army on that flank there. It is also just the remaining few units around this house here. And yeah, I mean, the Ottomans have done okay, to be fair. They've actually done a pretty good job of dealing with the French. I feel like the French made a fair few mistakes. I think their builds were a bit dubious. I think a lot of skirmishes and not enough like light infantry and like mass just to try and break through. I think that's a big thing not to bring. Maybe not enough light cav as well, because I feel like the light cav could have helped scout out and deal with all the various different like skirmish units that the Ottomans can bring. Yeah, there you go. French have routed, trying to retreat this Balkan deli here, doing a good job of killing them. I still haven't seen Ledoux if he's still alive. Oh no, he is. He's over here getting killed. And there you go, another general dead. Oh, this is the French one this time. Okay. And looks like the Ottomans are, well, it says they're winning decisively, but I'm not so sure. Morale would say otherwise. They're going to need like a janissary unit in there, I think. And I thought Ledoux had been defeated, but no. It looks like the Ottomans are just trying to pull out their unit. Ledoux is like becoming impossible to kill. Looks like he's going to get in amongst his gun here. They'll either... Maybe they'll be the ones to rout Ledoux. Maybe the Ledoux's going to have to rely on army losses to be killed off. It honestly could be. Even with no general, they're just like, yep, who gives a damn? Imagine if they had a general, what they would be like. Unbreakable. Then go the Azaps. And they're going to try and take out the Bavarians inside. They could bait the Ledoux right by the building. At least then the building could give supporting fire into the combat and at least try and help with morale, because this unit is still causing all sorts of problems here. Just gonna fast forward to see whether the Ottomans can actually take this building. Morale would say it doesn't seem like it. And Ledoux's still kicking about as well, by the way. He is... Well, he's having a bit of a standoff. But he might be able to charge in. And in he goes. Again, he just kind of pulls through. It's kind of a bit cheap really from the French player. There you go. Rightly so, he routes. So there you go. Ledoux dealt with. It looks like he's going to just have this one unit left. Do the Frenchie. So we'll just fast forward and we'll see whether they can take it. There's plenty of Bavarians still in there by the looks of it. It doesn't seem like those Azaps are going to be successful. They might need to send in, I don't know. Does that Bombardier unit around? Yeah, get the Beylik Bombardier in there or whatever they're called. Get them in there. Start them storming the building. But yeah, here we go. Just waiting on the final Ottoman units to just deal with these French. I mean, they might just pour fire into them. It's low on morale. A couple of volleys might be enough to rout it, but we'll see. And I mean, they have been shelling it as well, so it just seems that was also a tried and tested tactic. It looks like we're going to see this unit go in and try and take it. Yeah, there you go. The Azap's been kicked out, and in goes a new unit. By the looks of it. Well, it looks like they might be just. I don't know, maybe they're setting up, just going to fire point blank range. I think it's certainly more costly doing this, because the Bavarians get point blank shots. Oh, and just like that, they took the building. Congrats. And I think that will be game. And there you go. Yes, a victory for the Ottomans in this marvelous 4v4 battle. So yes, the Ottomans with their huge artillery pieces and artillery batteries and all that cavalry managed to defeat the French. I don't really know how it went wrong for the French so much, as a mixture of loss of generals and also I think wrong builds. Just did not work out well for the French in this one. It actually worked best for them when they got into melee, so if they brought more infantry that could melee, maybe they would have been able to break through. I thought the Ottoman melee is pretty good, but French melee with that Ledoux Cav, it did a lot of damage. And it had a lot of hitting power, so maybe they should have carried on with that. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. So this was, like I said, sent in by Mr. Cookie. Hopefully I put up the end results for you guys to have a look at. But we'll also quickly have a look at his kills from his, as it's from his perspective. He's got some Balkan infantry here getting, which is like a skirmish unit getting 192 kills. Insane. Balkan Cav getting 130 kills. He's got his mortar actually getting 109 kills. Even though I thought they were inaccurate, they actually were getting kills. Got some more, like just some infantry here getting 100 kills. And there are the rest of his kills if you want to have a look at those. Even his general doing well, getting 80 kills. There you go. You can have a look at all of those if you'd like to. But yes, thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you want to see more NTW3 action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and feel free to join the Discord as well if you want to come and get involved in some NTW3 chaos. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.